I think when he started pool, he never thought he would play Judd Trump in the pool tournament.
Right, in the U.S. Open 9-ball in Atlantic City, but here we are.
I don't think he's in a bad spot here. You know, if I was him, I wouldn't try and hit this too hard. Yeah, that's...
Oh, wow. That's the worst thing that could happen.
Yeah, he's supposed to just roll up and try and lay on top of that ball, and
if he doesn't hit it, nothing happened.
Yeah, at least that way he's still in the rack now. It's looking like Judd's gonna mop these up and get his first rack on the board.
Oh, is that a little strong?
That was...
He's okay.
Too far.
Have you guys watched much of Judd, his first match in 9-ball, or just in pool in general?
Just a little bit, actually. I saw some clips, and he played some brilliant shot. Oh, I think he miscued there.
That he did.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of him. I think when he first played his first match, there was a lot of players here, but we couldn't really, you know, see a lot of what he's all about or what he can really do. We've seen him kick a few balls in, and we know he's going to make a lot of balls too. He's not going to miss long balls.
I would love to see him jump, because I think he got the jump cue with him, and he had quite an easy jump, I think, in the first match, and he kicked it in. So it would be nice to see him jumping. What Carl learned him in 2 days.
Yeah, I actually met him on the way back to the room, and I said to him, Judd, I've seen you had a couple of jump shots. I thought you were going to play one. We all wanted to see you jump. He says, no. He said it has to be at least full length of the table, so I have distance to get the ball up in the air.
Right.
So a bit of a strange rack to start off this match.
Yeah.
Yeah, well said. But a rack that's going Judd Trump's way. 1-0 lead for the snooker superstar. Interesting. Have a look at Trump's break. It's actually taken quite well to the 9-ball break. I know, I mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So we call that a great break with a bad roll at the end.
Yeah.
I think he might still be able to chop this ball in.
Yeah. Maybe go rail first.
Yeah, I think.
Just having a look at it.
Is he eyeing the kick, boys?
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad option. It's pretty close to the hole. If he has to swerve around the 4-ball with a little spin, then it becomes a little more trickier. But yeah, I think he can cut it in and come across the table twice.
Scratch. Oh my.
Oh wow.
Fall in.
Yep. That was crazy.
Oh, lovely opportunity for Patel to potentially tie it up here, ball in hand on the 4-5-9. I think we're all rooting for him here.
I was surprised Judd hit that so hard. I thought he would have just tried to thin it in with a little top right.
Tons of international titles. You're both unequivocally among the best 9-ball players in the world. When amateur players play you guys, sometimes I'm sure you see some collapses, right? The nerves are real when you go up against the big dogs. And
I mean, it also happened to us, you know. Also in my first match here, I was shaking. I was very nervous in the beginning. Missed an easy 9-ball. But yeah, sometimes it happens, you know. Like also at the Moscone Cup, which is a very special event, you really feel it, you know, when you go out there with 2,500 people screaming at you. So that's a very special moment, and of course they feel it here.
He puts it down 1-1. Must feel great to get on the board.
Yeah, I like shooting this in the corner and just floating the cue ball past the side. Yeah, just like that. Very well struck.
Well, as you said before, Jason, a bit of an odd start to this one. Naturally, that was not ideal.
I'm not sure if he wanted to go back to the side or leave the cue ball there.
Perhaps he also wasn't sure.
Look at this shot.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice bank there. He's going to have a go at the cut here, his favourite pocket. I'm gonna say he gets it. I'm gonna say he chops it in.
Extension, please.
Right you are, Jason.
Good shot there.
Nice shot.
Chopped it in, he does. What a great feeling that must be for Patel to cut the lead to 3-2.
Bank it to the side.
I don't really see many options here, Albin. I think the bank shot might be the only shot he's got.
Oh, how about cross corner, gentlemen?
Well,
Yeah,
like
bank
Alvin
pool player.
said earlier, that was different. I didn't see that one cross corner. I was thinking cross
No.
side for sure.
Because he said that when he came to pool, he tried to play with the pool cue, and he said there is no chance. I think it's also the deflection and everything. And if he takes a pool cue, I think he should take the 11.8 Predator shaft, which is a lot thinner. And oh, good,
Nicely done.
great outcome there. So yeah, I don't really. We actually told him, and he has his snooker cue with him. So must be
He's missed it. Oh,
a strange feeling. At not the angle he wanted. Probably is to go again like two-rail draw.
yeah, you're going to see him put a big stroke on this ball and try and come round the back of the six. And very
nicely
nicely
done.
done, yeah.
Beauty there. Crowd lets him hear it.
That cue looks very familiar that he's using. I'm sure I've seen that being used before.
I believe that cue might belong to Carl Boyes. I could be mistaken.
Yeah, that cue's won a lot of big tournaments.
There you go. And we're going to hear from Carl Boyes momentarily. Stand by.
And Carl said to me he actually doesn't enjoy playing when he's all dressed up, long sleeve shirt, and I think this is more comfortable for him.
Nicely handled there.
Yeah, that was a real nice shot there from Judd. Good speed, nice touch. Should be okay here. You can draw out or just float across and shoot the 7 in the same.
Nicely touched there, but came straight. So another big shot here. Big stroke. Oh, okay. Cheated the pocket. He can try that in snooker. Cheat the pocket. Because I think when they come back home, they have the Scottish Open or something.
I wonder how his snooker form will be
Yeah.
post all these pool tables. I'm sure he'll hit some balls, though. And with this 9-ball, it looks like Trump is about to close out Patel. Second match in the books.
Judd Trump wins the rack and match.
Well, it was nice watching him play, Alvin. What'd you think?
Yeah, like I said, the first 2 or 3 racks were a little bit edgy, I would say. Made a couple of errors, but since that, he only made the errors with when he had to play with a lot of English. So I think if he puts a couple of hours into that, he's going to be fine for next matches.
Yep, job well done. Kelly's in trouble. She won't be jumping this one, Phil. That cue ball is too close to the red 3.
What a career she's had in 2 sports. Women's World Snooker Champion, and indeed Women's World English Billiards champion. Then she came over to the States. Now, was that illegal contact? Marcel Eckhart was there. No foul called. Tell you what, that was close.
Make sure you hit the ball. It's very hard to get this safe. She's going to be relying on luck. But if you miss the ball like that,
Shot.
you give ball in hand up, and the chances are she's going to lose this rack now. Because Kristina can put that cue ball perfect where she wants to get position on the 6. Lead. Very good potter of the ball is Kristina. She don't really miss many pots. That's definitely one of her strengths. Stays very still, just watch her head, no movement. That's always going to bode well. So this simple 9, it'll be 2-1.
Kristina Tkach. That's a third
Fisher
break.
playing catch-up against Tkach.
Don't know if she can draw this cue ball back and play the 8 in the bottom left. If she can't, she's going to be stunning the cue ball over and maybe playing it in the top right. Oh, it's gone wrong. She thought she could have missed the 9. That is unusual because she hit the 9 ball half ball. That's quite unusual when a player feels like they can miss the ball. If anything, they hit it thin. She's going to be playing the bank though. Oh, she's trebled it. That is horrible to see. It can happen whenever you go for the bank. It can end up trebling to the opposite side. That is heartbreak for Kristina Tkach.
Isn't it just? Straightened up that black 8 ball, in it went, and now, after Kristina Tkach had an opportunity to perhaps go 4-1 ahead, she missed the 2 ball. Right now, it's all level at 3-3. Just how quickly a match can change, we've seen in the last few moments. Sayed, say yes, he's won the rack. Van Boding not over the line yet. He's starting to feel a little hot under the collar.
Yeah, and Kristina's just missed a poor shot there. That is big. She knows how big that is.
And Kelly Fisher swooping. So 5-3 ahead, basically capitalising on her opponent's, well, unusual mistakes.
Side rail from this angle. Can stay up on these 4.25 inch pockets. Hard to the pocket, that's good. So she's going to win a rack for quite a long time in this match. She was 3-1 up, but it's going to be 6-4, and she's still in this match. Make no mistake about it.
Kristina Tkach.
Without sounding like the Grinch, you know, it's not the highest quality match we've seen so far. Far from it. Lots of errors from both players, but it's building up and it could well be dramatic towards the end.
Well, she's played that inch perfect. We've seen so many matches on the TV table being one-sided. This is kind of the first match where it's gone close. And you're going to expect this when you see the better players matching up. Don't forget, folks, up next is the legend, 60-year-old Earl Strickland. He's on next. Now, it is in the losers section. He lost earlier on to Avika Putnik, but it's still a treat whenever Earl screws his cue together and we get to watch him.
Well, not happy, but the way the kisses worked out, I'd be. I think on balance, you have to say she's had the better run.
Kelly Fisher wins the rack.
She's looking pretty bleak for Kristina Tkach. Just these 3 balls.
Yeah, hard to imagine that the Muscovite isn't going to be sent to the one-loss side of the draw.
Yeah, it was the experience in this match that's told. 43 years of age. Kelly Fisher. She's going to chalk another victory over a youthful Kristina Tkach in this all-ladies battle.
Kelly Fisher wins the rack.
Yeah,
And the match.
there's no doubt in my mind that Kelly Fisher had the rolls there. She was more fortunate than her opponent, but
He's done quite nicely with it. Perhaps something of a center ball to just punch across the table for the purple 5. A little tickly, though. Handles it very well. In his prime, when he got going, many think he might have had the highest peak strength ever. Of course, Efren comes to mind from that era, and he's found himself in a bit of a tricky situation here. I think he has just enough angle to follow 2 rails out. Nicely struck there. Flirted with the side pocket a bit, Phil, but got away with it. He's talking to the crowd already.
yeah, the Strickland gesticulations. But he ran that rep beautifully, didn't he? Earl Strickland, so popular. And he draws first blood against Chris Pyle. Well said, Kelly Fisher. Well played by Earl Strickland.
Ah, beautiful. Split the hole, Phil. He's found himself a bit awkward here. Perhaps we take the 2-7 on. Maybe he can cut it into the top right. Or a safety of sorts. It's hard to see the exact angle. Looks like he's cutting it. I mean, Phil, dare I say he's feeling it on this fine evening in Atlantic City? Perhaps came up slightly short. This is a hair testy, but he's already over the ball. And he's not happy. Did overcut that one. Started off so well.
Yeah, we've seen that Strickland's emotional equilibrium can be badly affected by just one mistake. Very important for Pyle to knock this in. Well, that wasn't in the same zip code as the pocket.
Oh, the cue ball found the zip code, though, and it's 2-0 the Pearl.
Well, he's ill-advised to keep doing all of this talking. Well, he said the table's like mud, but he's 2-0 ahead, and maybe he should stop complaining and start concentrating.
Speed from Pyle, something of a two-way shot, perhaps. He's left Strickland hooked here, believe. She likes to go 2 rails, and I think he's returned the favor. And a round of applause from the adoring crowd. Earl's always been a fan favorite, but especially here stateside, Phil. This man is not short on fans.
Well, he's great TV because he's so unconventional.
Indeed. A lot of memories over the years. does hit the 8, but unfortunately for him, he's left Earl in a nice position to extend the lead to 3-0.
Well, at times the Pearl has not been entirely polished, but he's still in control of the match early on because he leads Chris Pyle by 3 racks to 0. 5 times Earl Strickland has conquered all and sundry to win the US Open.
Thank you.
Now at the age of 60, he is
Once
centre stage again,
4, Earl Strickland breaks.
chatting
3-0.
to the crowd, espousing his opinions. And 3-0 up on Christopher Pyle. And there we see Strickland pull off the first golden break on this main match table of the US Open this year. Had to be him.
Indeed. Make that 4-0. I don't know if you guys noticed, but he had that back foot. He was sort of on the tippy toes, which is a little unorthodox. He's always been one of a kind. Keep an eye on that. And yeah, right in that right-hand side pocket. They liked it over here.
Look at that, the 9 in. Solid gold. Well, that brought a smile to his face.
This is really a bit of an awkward angle. Let's see. Let's defer to the great. Perhaps a cross-side bank he's attempting here. Oh, and he's done it nicely. Look at that ball just slowly roll into the hole. And he'll play the 6 in the same pocket where the 5 just dropped. That he has, Phil. It hasn't been the best performance here from Pyle on the feature, but again, perhaps a little overwhelmed. Whatever the case may be, Strickland with a veritable layup to complete the whitewash, as they say, and extend his chances here in the US Open. Live to fight another day.
Yeah, Strickland just potting balls, knowing with great certainty that there's no way he is going to lose. It would be inconceivable the way that Chris Pyle has played.
The expression is an out bet in sports, meaning there's no line, in the millions to 1. And that'll do it, Phil.
Yeah, in Britain, the bookmakers say no offers. Chris Pyle sportingly puts his arm around the great man. Earl Strickland through without losing a rack.
Oh, the Pearl, rolling back the years. A whitewash over Christopher Pyle. The legend. What a joy to watch. The crowd all around loving each and every moment of that. And it is an absolute honour to say that Earl is with me now. Earl, did you enjoy that one?
I'm still finished, is all I know.
Finished? Oh, no, you got
I
plenty
feel
left
like
in
it.
this. Yeah, you got plenty left in this.
Well,
Did you enjoy
I
being
played
there?
that guy before, and I beat him 9-0 last time. He's a nice guy. He loves pool, and he supports pool. He doesn't expect to beat us, but he enjoys playing against us.
He gave you plenty of chances, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, and I needed it.
No, but are you enjoying it out there?
I played better here than I did earlier today, but, pool's a fickle game. You can play good one moment, and then a few hours later, you're not the same guy anymore.
It's quite unforgiving, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a lot like golf.
But do you know what? When we moved you to table 1, were you glad about that?
Well, I was kind of disturbed the fact that I knew I wasn't playing well, and I didn't know if I could come up here and play well enough to entertain people. That's what I'm worried about.
Oh, he certainly did that, didn't
Yeah, almost missed that one, but a lot of people don't realize how hard pool is. It's a really hard game, especially at my age now. and it's hard to keep the weight off of me and stuff like that. But what's going more than anything is my eyesight and my nerves and stuff like that. You're not steady over the ball as much as you were when you were 20 or 30 years old.
So how are you approaching it now? Is it more of an enjoyment factor? I see you interacting with the crowd.
No, I'm still trying to compete and make a living out of this. Is what's really scary for me. Because these guys are, there's a lot of good players now. I don't know if they're necessarily better than the players that I grew up playing, but there's more of them. I got to say that. There's more guys that can beat you. So.
And sometimes with an unknown field, you just don't know who you're up against. Is that right sometimes?
I don't, because I don't know any of the players hardly. I don't know their backgrounds. I don't know their games. I'm doing some commentary on the Billiard Network, and I'm learning some of the players, and some of them are impressive. They really are. But at the same time, I'm still worried about my own game.
But they know who you are because the crowd are absolutely phenomenal, and they love the interaction.
Well, I don't know if they love the fact that I might come unraveled or something, do a Kyrgios, or a Benoit Paire. He's a beauty, ain't he, huh? I follow tennis quite a bit because I play it every day, and it's a great game. But pool should be like that. It should be a marquee game, pool. This should be on TV at 9 o'clock Eastern time every Saturday.
Well, absolutely. We're talking about tennis. You were making a right racket over there in the corner, weren't you? Telling the people in the corner, but they were loving talking to you.
I like chirping a little bit. They don't like it, but Pyle don't mind it because he's going to lose anyway.
But he seemed to know what you were like.
We
and he didn't
know
mind.
each other, so if I was playing another guy from some other country that really wanted to stick the stick in me instead of be lovey-dovey with me, I can't clown around like that,
But when you saw the people coming over and they saw, Earl's on table one, did that give you the boost? Because obviously when you said you lost earlier...
They do it out of character, too, They like my character. It's more than anything. But I'm a good shooter, too, still.
You are.
I'm not quite the shooter I once was, but I'm trying to get back, but I don't think there's no coming back.
Are you enjoying this, though, the last few days? Are you enjoying this, being back in this wonderful tournament?
Pissed off that I lost earlier. The guy's a good player, but I shouldn't have lost to him. I just played poorly, terribly.
We've loved having you. Apologies for the language, but we've absolutely loved having you, Earl. We'll see you back tomorrow.
Thanks a lot. I hope. Yeah. Well, I'm back again tomorrow. I don't think I have to play again tonight.
No, you go and get some rest, Earl.
I'll probably be gone by tomorrow.
You get some rest, Earl. It's been an absolute pleasure having
Thanks
you. Thank
a
you
lot.
so much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I'll take that. Cheers, Earl. Let's take you back. Recap of the results. Apologies again for that bit of language there from Earl. Let's get the recap of the results.